India, a land of bright colors, rich traditions, and ancient wisdom, is also a place where the past and present intertwine in fascinating ways. Amidst its vibrant culture and old stories lies a dark secret that has been whispered through generations. This secret, shrouded in mystery and fear, has haunted the minds of many travelers who dared to explore the unknown. It was the era of the Thuggees, a terrifying group of bandits who worshipped the fierce goddess Kali with unwavering devotion. Kali, the Hindu goddess of destruction and creation, demanded blood sacrifices, and her followers were more than willing to oblige. The Thuggees, driven by their religious fervor, believed that their acts of violence were sacred offerings to appease their goddess. They were not mere robbers seeking wealth. Their motives were deeply rooted in their spiritual beliefs. The Thuggees took a solemn vow, binding themselves to a life of ritualistic killings, believing they were fulfilling a divine purpose. Each life they took was seen as a precious gift to Kali, ensuring her favor and their spiritual salvation. They cunningly lured unsuspecting travelers into their fold, gaining their trust before mercilessly sacrificing them to their goddess. This reign of terror, which spanned several centuries, has left an indelible mark on India's history, casting a long, dark shadow over its cultural heritage. The Thuggees were good at hiding. They looked like normal people in the busy streets of India. They pretended to be travelers, shopkeepers, and holy men to hide their evil plans. Their group was big and complicated, like a web of spies and killers all over the country. Joining the Thuggees was serious and scary. New members promised to follow Kali and keep secrets. If they didn't listen, they were killed, often by their own group. They were very loyal, and their goal was clear: to do what Kali wanted. The Thuggee rituals were very secret and creepy. These rituals were performed in the dead of night, away from prying eyes. The Thuggees believed that their actions were divinely sanctioned, and they operated with a sense of religious fervor. Their weapon was a rumal, a silk scarf with a weight on the end, used to choke people quickly and quietly. This method was chosen to avoid spilling blood, which they believed would anger the goddess Kali. The rumal was a symbol of their deadly craft, passed down through generations. They believed that spilling blood on the ground would make Kali mad. Kali, the fierce goddess of destruction, demanded sacrifices, but the Thuggees interpreted her wishes in a unique way. They thought that bloodshed would desecrate the earth and invoke her wrath. So they choked people instead. This method was silent and efficient, allowing them to carry out their grim tasks without drawing attention. The act of strangulation was both a ritual and a practical solution to their fear of Kali's anger. Each killing was like a religious act. The Thuggees saw themselves as servants of Kali, performing sacred duties. Every murder was a ritualistic offering, a way to honor their goddess and ensure her favor. Before each murder, they prayed to Kali, asking her to help them kill quickly. These prayers were heartfelt and intense, reflecting their deep devotion. They believed that without Kali's blessing, their missions would fail. After they killed someone, they buried the body in a secret grave. These graves were often dug in remote locations, hidden from the world. The Thuggees took great care to ensure that their victims would never be found. The earth hid their secrets, leaving no sign of the bad things they did for Kali. The Thuggees believed that by burying their victims, they were returning them to the earth, completing the cycle of life and death. This act of concealment was as important as the killing itself, ensuring that their dark deeds remained hidden. Section 4. Tricking and Killing. The Thuggees were good at tricking people, making them trust them. They would travel with people for days, pretending to be friends or shopkeepers. They ate together, told stories, and acted friendly, but they were planning to kill them. When the time was right, usually at night or in a quiet place, they would attack. Their victims were surprised and outnumbered, so they couldn't escape. The Thuggees were so fast and quiet that their victims couldn't even yell for help. The silence was scary and showed how powerful they were. Section 5. The Hammer of Justice, Sleeman's Fight. For years, the Thuggees did bad things without getting caught because people were scared and believed in superstitions. They were a secret cult that worshipped the goddess Kali and believed that killing travelers was a sacred duty. This made them very dangerous and hard to stop, but their scary time couldn't last forever. The dawn of a new era was approaching, and with it, the hope of justice and safety for the people of India. The British East India Company, which wanted to control India, started to look into why people were disappearing on their trade routes. They realized that the Thuggees were behind these mysterious disappearances and decided to take action. This led them to the Thuggees. The cult's secretive nature and their nighttime rituals made it difficult for the authorities to gather evidence against them. William Sleeman, a British officer, became famous for stopping the Thuggees. He was determined to bring justice and put an end to their reign of terror. Sleeman wanted justice, so he went undercover and joined the cult, secretly collecting evidence of their crimes. His bravery and dedication were crucial in gathering the information needed to dismantle the Thuggee network. He arrested and punished many Thuggees, which stopped their group. His efforts not only brought justice, but also restored peace and safety to the trade routes, allowing people to travel without fear. Section 6. Echoes of Terror. Remembering the Thuggee. The Thuggee cult, even though it was stopped, left a scary memory in India. Their story became a warning, told quietly around campfires. They became known for being sneaky and mean. Even today, people are still interested and scared by the Thuggees. Their story is in many books, movies, and documentaries, all trying to understand why they did such bad things. Like and subscribe Emgotv360 for more stories.